Hey everybody, Logan here. Today, this video is going to help out all of you guys who have just purchased a Switch 2 or are looking to purchase a Switch 2 in the near future and don't want to break the bank with the accessories, because we've seen how a number of these official first-party accessories can, well, cost you almost an arm and a leg. Come on, the Pro Controller, $85. Cases, $85. It's just nonsense. Screen protectors, $20, $30. No. So this video contains stuff coming from Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. Walmart put out a controller with their electronics brand that they've, I don't know, I would say maybe a couple of years ago introduced, called Onn, O-N-N period. I've covered one of the controllers for the Switch, and well, let's just say it wasn't the best. But people bought it, some people were happy with it, and it was like $16. Well, now they've come back for Switch 2. This time, I'm going to show you a couple of things, and well, you can get all three of these items for less than the cost of a Switch 2 Pro controller. So the first one is the Onn game controller for Switch 2. It works with all the other Switches. There's a little interesting, if you look at it, 8-bit do feelish. It kind of looks and resembles the body and style of an 8-bit do controller. I got something to tell you about that. Power adapter. Screen protector. The best part is, this was $12. This adapter was $20. This controller, wait for it, $20. So that's going to be the big thing. So for, what is it, $52? You have three accessories, almost necessities right now, for less than the cost of one Pro controller. What we got to do? See if they're any good. Let's open them up. Alrighty, here we go. These are the three things. Now, I'm going to give you a little backstory. I had to go to a couple different Walmarts to find this, the red one at least. And the first Walmart I went to, well, they didn't have anything but the standard black controller. And to make a long video short, I already used the black controller. So after we open it, I'm going to give you my thoughts. I've been using this for an entire day now, and I've got impressions on it, and it's probably exactly what you think. But let me tell you a bit more about these. The day the Switch came out, I needed to buy another one of these. I didn't know that Walmart was carrying these, and these are, well, certified USB for the Switch 2, and it will work. And I needed a second one for a different room. I ended up paying the $35 and then found this at Walmart for $20. And I was like, okay, let me get one more because my wife needed it too. And at the time, I just didn't want to pay $70. So $20 is not bad. It was $19.97. Same thing with this controller. This controller was $19.97. None of the Walmarts near me had it. I had to drive about 10, 15 miles out to a different Walmart and they had them. But the problem is they didn't have the displays or anything set up. So if you look for it now, you might come across that issue at certain Walmarts where they just don't have the displays up. So you might have to ask for them. Check on the internet, see what it says, check the location, and then go ask them for it, because that's what I had to do. So we have that red one here, and then the screen protector was also like $12.96 or something weird like that, where the majority of these screen protectors I've been seeing, unless you buy one of those knockoff brands on Amazon, I still think the cheapest I was able to find was $15. So I bought two of these, one for each of the Switches, mine and hers. And then, like I said, this, I wish I had found this earlier, because yeah, that's just $20 for an adapter is now like a really good deal. So it's the adapter and the cable. So let's take a look at the controller first. After we open this, I'm going to tell you a bit about my experience with it, and the reason I decided to buy a second one was because there's not too many controllers out right now for the Switch 2, especially ones that say Switch 2 compatible that aren't just pretty much Switch controllers. And I bought 2, so wow, okay, come on, don't fight me. I'm trying to get backstory here while you're fighting me. I needed more than one, and right now all I have is the Pro controller, and you know it's hard to play with other people or just to have a decent setup with one controller. But now there's only 2 USB ports on the dock, so this will take up one of each. So we open it up. There's really not much here, but one thing you're going to notice, and I mentioned it in the intro, this is a straight rip of the 8-bit do body. That's an 8-bit do controller body, even down to the D-pad. But it's a very cheap version of it. Cable doesn't disconnect. You've got even L bumper, LT, R bumper, RT. So they didn't even bother changing it from the Xbox version of the 8-bit do controller. So you still have your anti-friction rings. They took the sticks from what looks like Switch Pro controllers. These buttons feel a little cheap, but honestly, for 20 bucks, you've got 2 programmable flappy paddles. You got to use the program button back here, and that's how you can program them. The controller's not bad. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you, if you just want something to play, it's a good controller, and that's what it is. But if you're looking at something to replace your Switch Pro controller, it doesn't. It doesn't have any of the features that a Switch 2 Pro controller should. Yes, it has Rumble. There's no NFC. Now, it doesn't also wake up the console. This is pretty much a repackaged Switch controller used from, I should say, sourced from an 8-bit do model. Now, the cool thing about it, I will say, is it comes with this adapter. So it's Type-C cable, and then if you want Type-A, you can do that. That's cool. And it's been working great thus far, like I said, on the black one. The only thing I did with the black one, I put stick caps on it. And hey, it's been working just fine, but there's no C button, and it doesn't wake the console. So it's pretty much just a regular Switch controller, even though the box says compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2, Switch OLED, because yes, we do know that a lot of these controllers are going to be compatible with Switch and the Switch 2, but it's not an actual fully fledged Switch 2 controller, so keep that in mind. But if you look at the specs, it's kind of interesting. Durable joystick controls. Yeah, they're solid. It doesn't feel bad. The controller feels all right in the hand, especially for a $20 controller. It feels pretty good, but you can tell it's a cheaper version of an 8-bit do. Dual vibration motors. Yes, a lot of official third-party controllers will not have vibration, so you got the rumble in there. Headset jack. Yes, you do have the headset jack. 2 rear programmable buttons, which are the 2 flappy paddles in the back. USB-C controller cable, it's 10 foot, decent length. Includes USB adapter. That is this little piece right here. Includes quick start guide. Yes, for your rapid fire turbo, headset ready, dual motor. You got a turbo button. Now these buttons are actually rubber compared to these being all plastic. Is it a bad controller if you need one as a secondary one? No, not at all. Like I said, I've used it. So we're not going to go through the whole testing in it because I can tell you it works. Now, if you're looking for gyro, nah, there's no gyro. There's no NFC. So it's basically a standard $20 controller with rumble. It's not bad. It ain't great. It's a good secondary one. If this is the one you're going to be using day to day, because you've got your camera function, because you got your wake up function, this is a much better controller. But we're also talking, you could buy 4 of these for the price of one of these, or you can go to other Switch controllers. But yeah, you got your Power A's, you got your PDPs, you got your 8-bit do's, but honestly, Yeah, 8-bit do, if you're looking at them right now, you need a firmware update, so you have to update all your 8-bit do controllers on your PC to work with your Switch 2. It's a little bit of a hassle, but hey, it's a thing. So right now, it's an okay alternative just to walk into a store, walk into Walmart, 20 bucks, second one, plug it into your dock. You know, just make sure you turn on the console. You know, it is what it is at 20 bucks. Now the adapter, not too shabby. So I haven't opened up one of these yet, but the box is small. So we know the brick isn't going to be massively large. It's actually significantly smaller than the one on the Switch 2. Type-C. Comes with a Type-C to Type-C. That's not bad. And that's what you're going to need, at least this, for, because that's a 67 watt to charge your Switch. I've done some research and I'm seeing a lot of things that say you cannot use the Switch 1 adapter for the Switch 2 because it doesn't supply enough power, but you can use the Switch 2 adapter for your Switch 1. I guess I haven't tried that. Haven't needed to. I actually boxed up all my old Switches and just put them on the shelf. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with some of them, but I have 3 main Switches, and because they were from different periods, and when I used them, they had different sentimental value to me. But yeah, this is it. And then this is the protection, and I'm terrible adding Onn Screen Protectors, so this is a glass screen protector. I'm going to have to do this off camera because I am terrible at putting on screen protectors, especially ones that don't have those automatic things that you just lay it down and then press the thing and then pull, and it does everything for you. So, and this is a Corning. That's the same people who make Gorilla Glass. But at $12, you really can't go wrong. And yes, the console does come with that protective film on it. Don't remove it, but you can put one of these on top, which I would recommend. And there you go, for a total of, what was that? What did I say? 20, 40, 30, $55. You get an extra charger, a controller, and a screen protector. Not too shabby, especially these days. So, will I poo-poo on that controller? No, but it is an 8-bit do ripoff. Like, straight up, they use the shell. They use everything. It looks exactly like it. So it feels like a cheaper version of their wired controller. And that was one of the reasons I think I wanted to pick it up, because I was really interested in seeing the quality of it. And hey, it works just fine. Would I use it competitively in Mario Kart? No. I would say maybe with some friends or the kids or something like that. Yeah. Stick with this one right now for your online Mario Kart needs. And when the PowerA one with the Hall Effect sticks comes out, I'll be doing an in-depth test on that to see just if it's worth it. And that might be your best bet. But as of right now, head to Walmart. You can pick up a lot of great accessories. I think they have the wheel, the motion wheel where you put the Joy-Con in. You guys have seen those all over the place. For dirt cheap as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and well, head to Walmart if you want some cheap Switch 2 accessories. Switch 2, because these are the only things that are really Switch 2. But yeah, it ain't bad. It's a C. It's a solid C. It's okay. You ain't gonna hate it for 20 bucks. So there you go. God bless each and every one of you. Again, hit that subscribe button. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.